facts.
What am I doing wrong?
I'll tell you guys something cool that I learned, then I gotta go. I know a car hauler for Raceway Racing, and his name is John, and he quit there because they're backstabbing, but he went back because they got rid of the backstabbers, and he now goes to Stuart Haas's shop to load their race cars. No longer get them from Raceway. Stuart straight up builds their cars, and so he goes there, picks them up, takes them to the track, and their team is really lazy. They don't help the car hauler or the truck driver. They don't help them load the truck or anything. And they were at that Charlotte test a few weeks ago, and my cousin was telling me that that John got ready to load the car. Crew left him. The 41 crew came over because they're parked beside of him in the garage. They park with them as a team now, and they're like, "Where'd your team go?" And he told them, they're like, "Oh, no, you're one of us now. We help you." And the 41 team loaded the 51 on its hauler for him. So that is basically going to be a fifth Stuart Haas car.
And now all of YouTube knows that.
No, they don't.
I'm recording right now.
Oh, lovely. Anyways.
Edit. I was just kidding.
I was joking.
That's all hearsay.
Why'd I have to say his name? Good grief, like you know. Like anybody would know his name. Anyways, God.
Right now, YouTube
it could be another John that race that drives a rig for Rick Ware.
Can't trust car inside with nothing.
I can't trust me. But apparently, I don't even care. Nobody cares about Rick Ware. Anyways,
also on YouTube.
They
once you start digging, just keep digging.
I will.
Right.
They're wanting,
come out the other side.
They want to get a good driver, but Nutrigen, is that the sponsor that they have? The purple. Nutrigen. Yeah, whatever it is. They like Garrett Smithley's face. They don't want anybody but him. So
Smithley's not a bad driver if he had decent equipment.
I thought Smithley, rumors he's leaving for, or is it rumor or something? I saw he's leaving Rick Ware and taking Nutrigen with them.
Yeah, they're going wherever he goes. So it's up to them what they decide. I've heard that they were trying to get Ryan Newman and Matty D. And if Stewart's building their cars, it makes sense.
Yep, both Ford drivers.
Yep. So I don't know.
Why am I just stupid?
I'll tell you guys one that I've already told John K. since Ryan's streaming on YouTube. People love Sam Mayer, but Sam Mayer almost didn't have a ride.
I've heard this story. This is a fun
one. It's great. He almost didn't even get the junior offer. Like, he was beating Ty Gibbs for the Sioux Chief and ARCA East Championship and all them other things, and like they're halfway or a few races into the second season that he successfully beats Gibbs again. And Mike Beam, the president of GMS, is like, "Man, you're on fire." And he's like, "Yeah, I got laid." You know, he's like 16, 17 years old. And so Mike was joking around with Sam's dad one day and was like, "Yeah, Sam's finally getting him some, and he's starting to win races now." And he grounded him and just about pulled the plug on the whole thing. He just about took him out of the car, pulled all the funding, everything. I'm like, can you imagine? Why is Sam not racing anymore? I don't know.
Towards the end of the year, there he gave me pause on how if I'm gonna pull for him or not.
Oh, for Junior?
Yeah, some of the stuff he did.
Yeah,
Gibbs did the same thing.
Yep.
I like. You can tell both of them are bought their way into their ride because they just don't.
Left side, clear.
The way they race.
Back it down. Back it down.
Gibbs has $20 million in his ARCA car. And I know a team that had 5 trucks that didn't have but about 3 in the total. And they won championships.
You see it.
Some teams that probably don't have $20 million.
Heck yeah! I know. So he's got a paid way there. But you wouldn't believe some of the people that do. I mean, it's so broken. Like, it's money all the way. I mean, there's people
right now, the guy from Alabama that won it. I cannot believe I can't think of his name right now. Won it 2 years ago.
Talking about Enfinger?
Yeah, no, not Enfinger. The one Arca.
Oh, one Arca? Yeah.
He's from Mumford.
The one that your car's painted after.
Yeah.
Why can't I think of his name?
Right.
Number 20.
In the middle
Brett
of the track.
Holmes.
Brett Holmes. I guarantee he don't have millions in his.
Clear, clear.
And he won a championship with it.
He will going forward.
The who's his full is Gold?
No, I'm just saying,
Left
when he
side.
finally gets it right,
Yeah.
he's going to
Still
earn a good one.
Clear.
His
Left
trucks
side.
are basically turnkey GMS.
Clear.
Yeah, that's what I was
Actually,
thinking they were.
actually, his
I
arc,
don't expect him to stay in the trucks long.
his
He don't even run the trucks much.
Yeah, he was part-time everything.
Let's get it on.
Yeah.
his Arca car that won the championship came from the same place Mayer got his too.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Running
Yeah, he's
his golden eagle syrup paint scheme too.
Yeah, buddy. When I saw that, I was like, "Oh yeah."
Ryan,
I
did
wanna-
you know?
I painted Garrett's truck for next season to look like that.
Sound like you fell out your rig. I was making sure he's okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
Why
Brett's
am
the
I
one-
just-
he's my new underdog I pull for.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
It was going to be Bubba, and Bubba's just, he's burnt me out.
Yeah, I liked Bubba till I met him.
Really?
Bubba could keep his
Yeah.
mouth shut. He would be all right.
That's
Well-
the general consensus on Bubba from everyone I've heard that's met him.
From someone I know in the garage, he said that don't let the media fool you, that these last few remarks have turned the garage against him.
Wondering.
Yeah.
I have no problem with him as a driver. I just
either.
don't like his
That's now
cockiness.
done. And
He hasn't
that's
earned
it.
it in my mind.
I know some of y'all have heard me say this, but I met him at Bristol a few years ago, and he basically told me to stop talking and move on. I was joking with him. It was like the week or two after he was. You guys remember when he was singing in the car at Martinsville, and his crew chief told him to shut up?
I thought that was somewhere else.
I think it was Martinsville, and his crew chief's like, it cost you 3/10. Either Martinsville or Richmond, but it was one of those short.
I thought it was Phoenix. I know what you're talking about.
Well, I
like,
was
and
joking
then-
with him.
And then doesn't Bubba go, all right, fine, I'll just go back to being a dick then, whatever, or something like that?
Yeah,
I think that's Phoenix.
Well, when I
Maybe.
met him at Bristol, I was like, "You think you'll have time to sing going around this place?" You know, joking around. And he just looked at me like, "What'd you say?" And so I repeated it. And he's like, "I can't understand you." So I said it again. And he's like, "Man, he's like, I can't understand your voice." Next. And he just motioned for me to leave and like, then called my cousin up there. I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." Like I didn't even get a picture with him. Like he was the only person I met that day that I didn't get a picture with because he scooted me out of the way
After man, white flag.
before I could even have a chance to ask.
Well, there's no way he couldn't understand you when he lived or grew up in a place that folks don't like me.
Oh, I mean, I get that I'm hick. Probably hard to understand, but good grief, like
He's
I
from
get
Alabama.
tongue-tied and you guys still know what I'm saying half the time.
That's just him being a dickhead, though. It's
Anybody
fucked
know what he
up.
just said?
Yeah. Ricky Stenhouse is probably one of our favorite drivers, but that's because at 3, when my daughter was 3, so they did a Texas Motor Speedway. Him and Kyle Larson sponsored a Dash for Cast for kids, and so they put a bunch of coins out on the infield, and you know they had little time things for the kids to go get it. And my daughter, she gets shocked by loud noises sometimes. So she's all excited and pumped to go do this thing. Well, they blew an air horn and it scared her. Well, she just sat down and started crying. Well, he came right over there and calmed her down, and then stayed with her for a whole 5 minutes while they were doing this thing, and let her pick up coins and stuff, and helped her pick up coins and whatnot. So it was just really, really cool to see him interact with her. Well, then later we went back. He was standing on pit road, and we went over there, and he recognized her, and he's like, "Oh, you're doing much better now," you know, talking to her and interacting with her. And then what was great is the next year. That was in, I don't remember if that was in November. So then in March we went back, and we had pit passes, and we were sitting by the driver's meeting, and we saw him coming in. We called him over, and she had his hat on, and he sat there and recognized her. He goes, "Hey, you're doing really good this time," and talked with her a little bit, signed her hat, signed her stuff, and then kind of went on.